Section 1.3, we get to solve some very basic linear equations. This is probably what you remember most from Algebra 1. Just basic algebra skills, moving a variable to one side, subtracting constants to the other, dividing by the coefficient to get x by itself. Pretty basic examples. We'll do 4 real simple ones, and then you'll be on to your homework. And when I said basic, I meant basic. So x plus 8 equals 11. We want to get the x by itself. So how do we get rid of her? How do we undo x plus 8? We subtract 8 from both sides. So we end up with x equals 3. Boom. Simple as that. Next up, 6m minus 3 equals 21. We need to get the m by itself, so we want to get the m term by itself, so we want to get rid of that minus 3. How do we undo minus 3? We add 3, so we would have 6m equals 24. We have 6 times m. How do we undo that multiplication? We divide both sides by 6, and we get m is equal to 4. Making things a little more complicated here. Now we have a z on both sides of the equation. So first we need to get all of those on one side. Whether you move them to the left or to the right doesn't make a difference as long as we are careful with the signs. Personally, I would rather move things over to the right because then that keeps my z term positive. So I'm going to subtract 2z from both sides. And if you want at the same time, you could subtract 25 from both sides. Maybe you want to take it one step at a time, that's fine. Maybe you want to get to negative 3 equals 4z plus 25, and then subtract 25 from both sides. And then there we're at a negative 28 equals 4z. Or you could do it all at once, and you end up with this same thing in one step. But anyway, 4 times z, to undo that multiplication, we divide. So we divide both sides by 4 and flip things around so that it just looks or reads better. We end up with z equals a negative 7. So now our final example, 2 times b minus 7 plus 3 equals 4b minus 2. Here we've got that b hidden inside some parentheses a little bit. So first we've got to get that out of there. So the first thing I'm going to do is distribute that 2. So we would have 2b minus 14 plus 3 equals 4b minus 2. Maybe you want to take care of the little term here, or combine those like terms. So we would have 2b minus 14 plus 3 would give us a minus 11 equals 4b minus 2. Again, I'm going to move things so that my b stays positive. So I'm going to subtract 2b from both sides. And at the same time, I could add 2. So then we have negative 9 is equal to 2b. And divide by 2, and we end up with b is a negative 9 halves. If you want to write that as negative 4.5, that's okay as well. I like the fractions. But those are what we're doing in this section. Should be pretty simple to get through.